Hello class, my name is Christian Guillen. Today I will be presenting on the P273 JPATS training facility for the Naval Air Station, Whiting Field, that it's located in Milton, Florida. This presentation is to show how we scheduled our phase of the project using Project Manager or P6. This project was essential in the completion of the class because it showed us what it takes to schedule a project from beginning to end. During this presentation, the key items I will be focusing on are as follows: project description, the scope of work, key projects and dates, job site layout, the planning it took for our scope of work and our phase of the project. We'll be talking about the schedule, and finally I'll be talking about assumptions, risks, and opportunities that we dealt with during the project. Alright, just a little project description. The project is a naval training facility, again located in Milton, Florida. It is a very highly secure place since it's located on government property. Just some important dates for this project. We were given a start date of June 2nd, 2014. The project duration is approximately 210 days, and the expected finish date, if we follow the Caltrans 5-day work week, would be on April 8th, 2015. Again, this project wishes to attain LEED Silver certification by excelling in the following categories, which are sustainable sites, materials and resources, indoor environmental quality, water efficiency. The way it wants to attain sustainable sites is by focusing in on the heat island effect, and to focus in on alternative transportation, whether that be for employees or anybody visiting the site. Materials and resources. The project wants to manage its waste. It wants to recycle as much as possible. And it also wants to focus on regional materials from around the area, just so they're not transporting and creating a lot of pollution. The next one is indoor environmental quality. They plan to achieve this credit or category by using low-emitting materials in the building, whether materials that don't give off a lot of VOCs. Excuse me. Next one is water efficiency. This building wants to use water efficient landscapes that cut down water use by 50%. And they want water reduction of 30% when compared to baseline of similar buildings. Now let's move on. This project is broken down into 3 phases. There's site and structure, core and shell, interior. My group was responsible for core and shell in the process of scheduling this building. Now, our scope of work was obviously core and shell, as I stated just a little while ago. The way we broke it down is that each student was responsible for individual scope of work. That was getting their bid sheet in, finding out the activities that took place during each of these phases. The scope of work was broken down into activities by each individual, and then we later came together and put all these activities in sequence by predecessors and successors. Each duration of these activities were estimated based on the research from the bid sheet that everyone completed. Some of the key project dates, since the project has a start date of June 2nd, for our for our phase of the project, we were only going to run into two possible holidays, which landed July 4th, which is Independence Day, and the 1st of September, which is Labor Day. Now I'm going to talk about the job site layout. As you can see by the illustration on the right, I've marked it into pretty much four distinct locations that will be essential for contractors to get their job done. The red obviously demonstrates the job site. The square in orange demonstrates the laydown area, and the green oval is the detention facility. The pink route that comes from the southwest corner is the truck route. We figured this would be the quickest way and more efficient way for contractors to get in and out if they need to. The way we planned this phase of our project was that we implemented the last planner system method. During one of the labs during class, we used sticky notes to determine how the schedule would look. As you can see on the picture demonstrated there, we started on the right and gradually moved back, seeing what activities would possibly be successors, predecessors, and what activities we could possibly get to work together or simultaneously, so there wouldn't be so many items on the critical path. And finally, our schedule. Here's the classic work schedule layout for our phase of core and shell. This schedule was created using the program Primavera P6. It's a very fun program to learn. Makes it a lot easier when you're scheduling. It's a lot more useful than doing it by hand. Our first activity started on June 9th, and our last activity was on September 9th, according to our schedule. The total activities on the critical path are 13. We have a total of 21 activities, and this phase of the project took approximately 62 days to complete. Some of the assumptions and risks and opportunities we came across were, obviously, we were working on a government facility, so access to contractors could be troublesome. We had to schedule that out, make sure they were on the list to get into the naval base. Another risk we could say was not meeting the LEED Silver certification. Obviously, weather in Florida is a little bit unpredictable. with all of the rain and whatnot. And finally, the last risk we ran into was that CPM schedule does not include overtime. So if we back up, we might have to go into a 7-day work week or give overtime to some of the contractors. And with that, that concludes my presentation. Thank you.